Stop trying to play the piano with your ego. Your brain was engineered to be a guided missile, so let it hit the target for you. Far too often, musicians operate by trying to force the materialization of results into existence, often treating their own body as an uncooperative obstacle. But your hands are not your enemies, they are the high-precision hardware of a goal-seeking system. Every human being has been engineered for success and has access to a power greater than himself or herself. That is your, according to, once again, Maxwell Maltz, this is your automatic success mechanism, ASM. It's also referred as a Servo-Mechanism or built-in guidance system. Maxwell Maltz framed the subconscious mind as a goal-striving mechanism that consists of two things, our brain and nervous system. It is completely impersonal and can act as a success mechanism or just as easily as our failure mechanism, based on what raw data, thoughts, beliefs we feed into it. Unlike animals whose goals are preset by instinct, we use creative imagination to formulate an infinite variety of goals. The ASM operates on the principles of cybernetics, hence the name of the book, Psycho-Cybernetics. It works as the goal-seeking system, similar to a self-aiming rocket or a computer. It functions in two distinct ways. First, by a course correct, using negative feedback to steer toward a known target. And second is by problem solving, looking for a target that is not yet known. Maltz argues that if you can pick a pencil, you already know how to use the ASM for any complex goals. Let me explain. When you're picking up a pencil, you're not thinking which exact groups of muscles and how far you need to extend your arm to reach for it. You see a goal, you go for it. That's the core principle of a very complex system. ASM learns by trial and error. You do not need to force results into existence. You only need to pre-select the goal through your intention and then trust the ASM to handle the gap between your current state and your objective. Let me ask you this. Are you feeling exhausted by the idea of aiming and reaching your goals? If you are, then switch to rhythmic roulette. Think about it. Why even bother with the guidance system that you may have in your brain when you can just keep pulling the lever of mindless repetition and hoping for some miracle? Just keep doing exactly what you have always done and pray for a different result. It's the ultimate gambling experience for a modern musician. Rhythmic roulette, because having a plan is a sign of weakness. Let's add another layer to this. Let's talk about motivation. On the micro level, motivation can be categorized into 8 core drives, and I will be referring to them in the future. Specifically, on the macro level, and this is what we are more familiar with perhaps, we differentiate between 2. Extrinsic motivation, focused on the logic, analytical thought, and ownership, and intrinsic motivation, which is focused on creativity, self-expression, social dynamics, and so on. Extrinsic is because we do something because there is an external goal or deadline. Intrinsic is because we do something because we can't imagine ourselves not doing it. According to Actionable Gamification book, which further divides those 2 macro level categories of our motivation into 8. If we rely too much on extrinsic rewards, it leads to the overjustification effect, where we stop enjoying the activity when the external validation is absent. We often view practice as a job that needs to be completed for a teacher or to avoid technical mistake, which leads to a Groundhog Day Trap of mindless repetition. If instead we focus on nurturing our intrinsic motivator, such as empowerment of creativity and feedback, we transform the practice room from a factory into a sacred laboratory. This turns the whole journey from a burden of blood, sweat, and tears to one that's far more enjoyable. Applying this concept of idea of having A as M through also an extra layer of nurturing our intrinsic motivation, all of that can eradicate the victim mindset. We use ASM on a day-to-day basis in the practice room, whether we are fixing problems experienced in other pieces, for example, sight reading something or memorization, that's that dealing with known targets, or we are figuring out creative ways to navigate tricky passages that we haven't mastered before, and that's this other part of our ASM that deals with unknown targets, unknown yet targets. By identifying the specific problem that prevents optimal, fluid execution, you can then tackle it without applying that one-size-fits-all way of learning that I mentioned in video number 2. You are training the body so that the hands play better than your mind can control everything, one thing at a time. Therefore, by mastering ourselves to that level, bring ourselves to that level, we will allow our conscious mind to get out of the way of the machine. Be curious, be playful.